Kamlager-Dove.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think we can all agree that this committee has a responsibility to conduct thorough oversight of the war in Afghanistan. We should also agree that what is disrespectful to veterans, soldiers, and Gold Star families is to call those who made the ultimate sacrifice losers or suckers. Gold Star families of those 13 heroes who lost their lives in Afghanistan heard those words from Trump, not Blinken. It is unfortunate that this oversight mandate has been weaponized against good faith efforts by Secretary Blinken to work closely with Congress and provide the information requested. Committee time and resources are being used to divert State Department time and resources from the actual emergencies that require the department's attention. Ending the war in Sudan, defeating Putin in Ukraine, securing a hostage return and ceasefire deal in Gaza, extremism and terrorism in the Sahel, mpox and war outbreak in the DRC, PRC incursions around Taiwan, supporting democracy in Venezuela, escalations in Lebanon. I can go on. These are just some, not all, of the pressing foreign policy priorities that this contempt resolution is impeding. Secretary Blinken is in New York at UNGA today, where all of these issues are being discussed right now. Perhaps one of the most important UNGA gatherings, given the plethora of global crises. This is diplomacy at the highest, most critical level. And this is not the only time that the majority in Congress has endangered our national security. My Republican colleagues held up funds to Haiti, delayed a desperately needed supplemental to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan for 6 months, refused to invite the Kenyan president to address a joint session of Congress, and stalled important military nominations in the Senate. No wonder Blinken is in New York working so hard on diplomacy, because you're not finding it here. And I just want to take a moment to set the record straight about the Trump and Biden record on civs. Finding 13 of the nonpartisan, highly credible State Department after-action review notes that at the time the Trump administration signed the agreement with the Taliban in February of 2020, there was a significant backlog in the Afghan civ process. That administration made no senior level or interagency effort to address the backlog or consider options for other at-risk Afghans despite its commitment to a military withdrawal. Multiple witnesses in the majority's Afghanistan investigation testified that President Biden and Secretary Blinken subsequently plussed up the resources and personnel dedicated to helping process civs, significantly reducing the backlog and speeding up processing times. So let's just make sure that is on the record. I just have to say that I oppose what is going on here. It is political theater at the highest or lowest, depending on how you want to gauge, and I urge my colleagues to do the same. Thank you, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields. Chair recognizes Mr. Self.